Welcome again. On our previous episode, we discussed the psychology of the smile and how we adapt it depending on how we feel about it. In this episode, we will discuss how the nervous system affects our smile and vice versa, and we will find how powerful a smile can be. Just to be clear, this content is for education and awareness only, is not intended as medical, dental, or psychological advice, and is not a diagnosis or treatment of any condition. Please consult to a registered practitioner for your personal case. So let's start. Have you ever felt that someone completely made your day? And when you think about it later, you realize they didn't really do anything. They didn't give advice. They didn't say something clever to you. They didn't fix your problems. So what did they do? They just smile at you. But not with a polite smile, not with a social smile, a genuine smile, with their eyes, the face, and with the presence. And somehow, your whole state changed. You felt lighter, calmer, more open, connected, and happier. Now let's think of the opposite. Someone smiled at you, but something fell off. The mouth smiled, but the eyes didn't. It felt forced and it felt somehow disconnected. And instead of feeling better, you actually felt guarded, like no trust. The difference isn't intuition. It isn't imagination either. It's your nervous system responding in real time to the nuances that our smiles can transmit. So, what do I mean by state? When we talk about state, we are talking about our internal condition in any given moment. Your nervous system, your emotional tone, your muscle tension, your hormones, your sense of safety. A state determines how we feel, how we respond, how we connect with others, and how we show up in the world. And here is something most people don't realize. Your face is one of the fastest ways to change your state. So, before your thinking brain has time to analyze what is happening, your nervous system is already asking, am I safe? Is this person authentic? Can I trust? Can I relax here? A genuine smile sends a powerful signal of safety and connection. A forced or restricted smile doesn't send the same signals. This is why smiling is not just communication, but it's a biological signaling system. One of the most important ideas in psychology is the facial feedback hypothesis. It was first proposed by Charles Darwin and later supported by modern research. It suggests that facial expressions don't just reflect emotion, they actually shape it. In a landmark study, participants unknowingly activated smiling muscles without being told to smile. Those participants reported feeling happier than those whose facial muscles mimicked frowning. Nothing else changed, no positive thoughts were introduced, the state changed because the face changed. So when we smile genuinely, the brain releases key neurochemicals. Dopamine, which is linked to motivation, reward, and engagement. Serotonin, which links emotional balance and mood stability. Oxytocin, help us with trust, bonding, and social safety. And endorphins link natural strains of pain reduction. At the same time, the levels of cortisol, the stress hormone, tend to decrease. This shifts the nervous system away from survival mode and towards regulation and connection. This is why someone else's genuine smile can literally make your body feel better. So why authentic smiles change state more than forced ones? Well, research shows that genuine smiles, those that involve the mouth and the eyes, create a stronger emotional and physiological effects than forced smiles. The nervous system detects congruence. When emotion, intention, face, and eyes align, the brain reads safety. When they don't, the brain stays alert. This is why baby responds to real smiles. We instinctively trust authentic expressions. Forced positivity often feels uncomfortable. Your nervous system is always scanning for truth. Now let's have a look at the other side. What happens when a person doesn't smile? Well, this part is critical because the absence of a smile is not neutral. When a person doesn't smile or consistently suppresses smiling, the nervous system adapts. And how does it do it? Well, reduced facial movement is going to cause that the brain receives less positive sensory feedback. Signals associated with safety and connection are going to be reduced. The nervous system stays more guarded or neutral. And the parasympathetic input decreases. Then the stress hormones are more likely to remain elevated. So in simple terms, not smiling removes one of the body's natural regulators of state. So in the topic of depression, this is where research on depression becomes very important. Studies show that people with depressive symptoms usually display reduced facial expressiveness, significantly less activation of smiling muscles, diminished spontaneous smiling during social interaction. This reduced smiling is not just a symptom of depression, but it also can reinforce it. When the face doesn't move into expressions associated with connection and reward, the brain receives fewer positive feedback signals. The social interactions will feel less rewarded, isolation increases, emotional state becomes harder to shift. So then it's like a loop. I don't smile, I don't feel connection, my state stays low, I smile even less. This happens subconsciously at the level of the nervous system. So, why all this matters in smile design and aesthetics? Well, when we change a smile, we are not just changing how someone looks. We may be influencing how easily the nervous system can regulate, how safe they feel expressing emotion, and how they connect socially, and how often the body accesses positive states. A smile that feels restricted can block expression and regulation, but a smile that feels natural can restore access to ease, openness, and connection. This is where true aesthetic dentistry must understand state, not just shape. So next time someone makes your day with just a smile, remember, nothing about that moment was small. That smile spoke directly to your nervous system, and it shifted your biology. It created connection. And that is the true power of a smile. A smile is not something superficial. It's a biological signal, a regulator of state, a bridge between emotion, body, and connection. And when a person regains a smile that truly belongs to them, they don't just look different. They feel different from the inside out. Now, this is where it gets really interesting. So if smile is this powerful, if it affects our state, our nervous system, how safe we feel expressing ourselves, then we have to ask a very honest question. What actually helps a smile feel easier to show? Because so many people think, maybe I just need whiter teeth. And sometimes, yes, whitening can help. But sometimes it doesn't really change the way people smile at all. So in the next episode, we are going to talk about whitening. We are going to discuss what it really does, what it doesn't do, when it helps, and when it simply changes color without changing confidence or without changing any expression. So if this episode resonated with you, subscribe to our channel, and I will see you in episode 4. Bye bye and take care.